right here where this valley comes out, there's a natural waterway. It's a dry riverbed, and it's called a wadi, W-A-D-I. If you went into that wadi, you would find there are rocks all over the place, but they've all been pushed out of the way to make a path. Somebody pushed all the rocks out of the way to make a path for wagons, apparently.
What if the legendary Red Sea crossing wasn't just a story, but an event that can be proven? For years, archaeologists and historians have searched for clues, but now, thanks to groundbreaking technology and underwater discoveries, we might be closer than ever to uncovering the truth. This new evidence could change everything we thought we knew. Let's dive into the mystery of the Red Sea crossing. The story of the Red Sea crossing, detailed in the Book of Exodus, is one of the most extraordinary accounts in religious history. In this narrative, the Israelites escape Egypt after centuries of enslavement. Led by Moses, they embark on a journey to the Promised Land, but their escape takes a dramatic turn when they reach the Red Sea, trapped between Pharaoh's pursuing army and an impassable body of water. This moment marks the climax of their struggle, and it's here that the Bible describes an awe-inspiring event. As Pharaoh's army closed in, the sea miraculously parted, creating a dry path through towering walls of water. The Israelites safely crossed, but the Egyptians weren't so fortunate. As soon as the Israelites reached the other side, the waters crashed back down, swallowing Pharaoh's army whole. But could this event have actually happened? Could the Red Sea truly have parted? Or is this story simply a powerful symbol of faith? That's the question that has baffled archaeologists, historians, and scientists for generations. Modern researchers have long sought to uncover physical evidence of this miraculous crossing. The Red Sea, or Sea of Reeds as it is sometimes called, stretches roughly 1,400 miles, making it a daunting location to investigate. With its varying depths and challenging underwater conditions, finding proof has been no small feat. For decades, theories about the crossing's exact location have bounced between the Gulf of Suez and the Gulf of Aqaba. The Gulf of Suez, long considered the most likely candidate, has depths averaging around 900 feet, far too shallow for the dramatic parting described in the Bible. After exhaustive research, scholars began to shift their focus to the Gulf of Aqaba. This deep body of water fits the biblical descriptions more closely, providing a more plausible setting for such a significant event. Recent technological advancements have opened new doors in the search for evidence. Underwater robotics, satellite imagery, and sonar equipment have allowed researchers to explore the depths of the Red Sea like never before. With these tools, scientists are inching closer to finding traces of this legendary event. Some claim to have discovered ancient chariot wheels and other remnants that could belong to Pharaoh's army, but the evidence remains inconclusive. However, the Gulf of Aqaba might just be the key to the parting of the Red Sea. After years of searching, scientists identified this deep stretch of water plunging to an astonishing 5,000 feet at its deepest. To put that into perspective, that's more than 3 times the height of the Empire State Building. Now picture the Israelites standing between towering walls of water that high as they made their escape. The Gulf of Aqaba was not only geographically significant, but strategically vital in ancient times, serving as a natural barrier between the Sinai Peninsula and the Arabian Peninsula. Add the threat of the Egyptian army, armed with state-of-the-art chariots that could reach speeds of 25 miles per hour, and the situation becomes even more intense. As the Israelites desperately fled, the feeling of being relentlessly hunted must have been overwhelming. And if that wasn't enough, imagine the chaos as powerful winds whipped through, strong enough to dry the seabed, adding another layer of tension to an already impossible escape. Trapped between the sea and the Egyptians, the Israelites had no choice but to trust in something greater. So, could the Gulf of Aqaba really be the site of the biblical crossing? And how did they come to this conclusion? It's not just about the depth of the water. Other locations could have similar characteristics. What sets the Gulf of Aqaba apart is the intense investigation it's undergone. Using cutting-edge technology like sonar mapping and submersibles, researchers have been combing through the depths of the Gulf, hoping to uncover hidden clues. And they've found some. Ancient coral reefs and underwater land formations. Even more startling are the artifacts, chariot wheels, and human remains that have been discovered. These finds suggest a much deeper story beneath the waves, one that ties together archaeology, history, and technology. Furthermore, the proximity of the Gulf to Mount Sinai also supports the theory that this was the location of the Red Sea crossing. This connection has drawn the attention of archaeologists and historians who have spent years combing the region for signs that might confirm one of the Bible's most dramatic events. The surrounding landscape, marked by striking geological formations, adds a new dimension to this theory. One such formation is a narrow gorge referred to as the opening of the mouth in Hebrew. This natural passage, with towering granite walls, fits the biblical description of a tight path where the Israelites found themselves trapped between Pharaoh's army and the vast waters ahead. This gorge, known as Pi Hahiroth, aligns perfectly with the story of divine intervention, where a pillar of cloud cast the Egyptians into darkness while the Israelites escaped. The gorge leads into an area called Wadi Watir, another location that could have played a significant role during the Exodus. Ongoing studies, especially around Wadi Watir, continue to reveal new insights. In the rainy season, the area transforms into a massive floodplain, a reminder of how this landscape has changed over time. Now, as we know, the story of the Red Sea crossing has danced between legend and belief. Some called it myth, while others held on to the tale with unwavering faith. But in the summer of 2024, everything changed. A team of marine archaeologists, led by Dr. Elena Martinez, had been combing the depths near the Sinai Peninsula, chasing a clue buried in ancient texts. These manuscripts hinted at lost chariots beneath the sea, but after years of searching, their efforts had come up empty. That is, until one sweltering afternoon, when their sonar picked up something out of the ordinary. As the crew's submersible descended, excitement buzzed through the team. What they found defied belief: rows of chariot wheels, preserved perfectly beneath layers of sediment. Scattered among them were the bones of humans and horses, silent witnesses to a catastrophe frozen in time. The team worked meticulously, uncovering hieroglyphs that told a story of a great exodus and a sea parting miraculously. But the most jaw-dropping discovery, a golden amulet bearing the name Moses. Suddenly, the tale of the Red Sea crossing was no longer just a story whispered through generations. It was a historical event, etched into the very seabed. News of the find spread like wildfire, capturing global attention. Experts from all fields debated the significance of the artifacts, but the evidence was undeniable. Faith and science collided in a moment that brought the ancient past roaring back to life. Dr. Martinez, standing among the relics, couldn't shake the feeling that they had uncovered something more than just artifacts. They had stumbled upon a piece of humanity's shared history. Furthermore, among the scattered rocks, something unusual caught the researchers' attention, a distinct path where the stones seemed deliberately displaced. It wasn't just a random formation. This path suggested something powerful. Possibly a natural event like the wind might have reshaped the landscape. It felt eerily similar to the biblical description of the Red Sea parting, revealing a dry passage. But the real surprise came when they discovered an ancient pillar. At first glance, it appeared ordinary, even insignificant, given the monumental event it could be connected to. But as they carefully extracted and cleaned the pillar, the excitement grew. Despite years of water erosion, ancient Hebrew inscriptions were still visible. This was no small feat. Hebrew markings from that time are incredibly rare and often lost to history.
Pillar, I think, was in 82, and my father, my brother.
What made this pillar even more extraordinary was the inscription, identifying it as having been erected by none other than King Solomon. The pillar seemed to mark the site of the Red Sea crossing, a monumental event in biblical history. While it doesn't serve as definitive proof of the crossing, it adds a crucial piece to the puzzle, helping researchers and historians connect the dots. Could this be the marker for one of history's most dramatic moments? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and check out more videos on your screen right now.